What up, bitches? Okay, so since technically I got my start as a commentator, I guess I should go ahead and explain why my videos aren't exactly commentaries. Well, I mean, besides the fact that I prefer covering topics as opposed to people. The other reason is that the commentary community is a fucking shit show. Real talk, can we just discuss the term commentary community real quick? Because that's the first bit of garbage you find the second you step in. Because it implies that the people who play the video and then interject in said video own the fucking word commentary, when all you've done is co-opt it for the name of your damn selves. See, here's the thing. The way you fuckers commentate on something isn't even the only way to commentate on something. First of all is what I'm doing, which would be described as social commentary on a group of people or a movement. And then there's commentary that does not pause the video and instead makes note of what's going on in a film or a television show to either riff on it or talk about how it was made. And yet if somebody calls you the same as Leafy is here, yo ass get in a twist like a pretzel. What I'm saying here is that there needs to be a label to separate yourself from others if you're gonna use any label at all. And I think the alt was at least partially on point when they called you the Neo-CC. Neo just means new, and your style is a hell of a lot newer than most of the other styles out there. I don't think it's a perfect descriptor either, but it damn sure rolls off the tongue better than YouTube video analysis community, which would be an accurate description of what you do, so why the fuck not? Although, any actually accurate term would include guys like Leafy in your ranks anyway, so better to have something vague as fuck that can let you exclude whoever you want, right? Actually, this is kind of a problem I have with YouTube video analysis from both the Neo-CC and the Alt-CC. The reason you fuckers have the names is because both of your communities have this attitude of exclusivity that creates the need to label yourselves as some separate thing. Now, honestly, based on the Alt-CC's motives, I'd say they're creating their own exclusive subfaction out of need rather than want. And they admit to their exclusivity. But as far as the Neo-CC, you pretty much let anyone in, but you enforce your exclusivity in a much less honest way. The sense of hierarchy seen in the whole damn thing. I'm not saying that the hierarchy is necessarily intentional, but it's clear that people follow the leader whether that leader wants to be followed or not. Whether it be Ryan Rhino Mills' humor, SkiHound's criticism, or Doodletone's entire goddamn opinion, seriously, the fans of Doodletones tend to be the worst about this, especially since they have to be told not to attack people. And they still fucking do it even when they're told not to attack people. And heaven forbid, should you dare criticize one of those three, or else you become a fucking laughingstock of the entire community. If you fuck with the top of the hierarchy, those below the top will put you in your place. The top dictates what can be covered too, since many of them have public playlists that get rated for material all the time. So these are the videos that they determine are shit. Ayo, using those playlists as a source is fine, but maybe examine the video and see what you can add to the discussion, even if you do think the video is shit. Because, you know what getting all your material from SkiHound and Doodletones leads to? Homogenization. The purpose of having multiple different people making commentaries gets shot in the foot because there are fewer different voices with their own opinions. So who the fuck cares? While I'm on things that lead to homogenization, let's talk about script checking. If your script gets checked, that is in no way a guarantee that the video will be good. Fuck, there's been plenty of runny diarrhea shit that had highly respected people look over the script. Fact of the matter is, the only way to prevent garbage from spewing out of your mouth is to walk away for a few hours at least, then come back and proofread the damn thing for yourself to make sure it still makes sense when it's not fresh in your mind. And there's no guarantee of quality then either, as if you're a shit writer, then you probably will still produce shit. Now, I'm not saying script checking can't be useful. If you have someone who's more of an expert on a topic than you, then maybe you can have them take a look at what you got to make sure that you're making sense. But don't rely on it when you already have knowledge of the subject matter itself, dumbass. Of course, the whole reason that script checks are considered a required tool is not only because certain people near the top of the hierarchy use it as a means to criticize those who make bad points, but also because of a fear of criticism. It's very ironic that the majority say that the purpose of their videos are criticism, and will still get onto someone for being unwilling to accept criticism, and yet have this irrational fear of getting criticized instead of seeing it as an opportunity to improve. The fact that a giant fucking tree of commentary centered around one person sprouted up last year proves my point enough. But the fear of criticism goes beyond just getting commentated on. Doodle Tones is a primary example of this fear, and someone high on the food chain that has it, so Doodle's fear of criticism creates a trickle-down effect. While Doodle is willing to admit when she makes a bad video or does something shitty, she also just demands that people forget that it existed instead of allowing discussion of why the video or action was bad. Doodle essentially gets PTSD about making mistakes, and I'm not saying that she does this all the time, but I think the fact that she dismissed Darkseide's video the second she heard that he even mentioned her disabling comments on her Medica video without ever knowing why he brought it up, yeah, that shows that you only want to hear criticism if it's criticism that you agree with. And again, I may sound like I'm harping on Doodle a little bit, but that's really because the problems are things that Doodle is an easy to identify example of. To be honest, I feel like part of the reason there are so many problems is because such a large group of people are being placed into the same category. Whenever you have a ton of people making the same type of content, there's bound to be people who are shit at it and just follow the leader. But instead of telling you guys to fix shit, I'm telling you the problems and allowing you to examine for yourself if these are problems you feel you have. If you don't, great, keep doing what you're doing, whatever. If people call you out specifically for something, don't be afraid to re-examine though. What I'm saying is you shouldn't be afraid to hear someone out on what the problem is, even if they don't tell you exactly how to improve it. You should be able to look into how to fix the problem yourself, or maybe ask some questions when someone gives you some criticism. And if you don't really know how to do that, Jesus Christ, fucking ass, dickweed.